nigga. Get ready.
E3 is the time of year where games of all sorts get announced and show off brand new footage. But while the big AAA games are the ones that generally get all the spotlight and attention, the indie games that appear are great as well and deserve just as much attention, if not more. There were a lot of indie games that caught my eye during E3 this year, but today I'm going to share 8 of the ones that I'm the most excited for. Kicking off the list is Akatori. Developed by Team Nora Games, Akatori is a Metroidvania slasher platformer in which your character Mako is trying to save the world. I was first intrigued by the cool art style, but it was the gameplay that sealed the deal for me. The fluid and stylish animations are awesome, the combat looks fast-paced and fun, and the story seems interesting as well. As of now, it's only coming to Steam, but I hope it makes its way to other platforms as well so I can get my hands on this game. Fire Girl is another one that caught my interest right away with its visuals. Developed by Dejima, the game combines pixel art characters with a 2.5D world for an instantly appealing look that has a lot of charm. As for the game itself, it looks like it'll be a fun time. I'm excited to use my fire hose and axe to save and recruit people from across the city, while also rebuilding my firehouse into something special. I'll be keeping my eyes on this one, so I can jump on it as soon as it releases for PC and console. When I think about stealth games, I automatically think about sneaking around to eliminate my target. Serial Cleaners takes a different approach to the stealth genre and has you playing as a cleaner for the mob who cleans crime scenes of any evidence from the cops. The game's developer, Draw Distance, says the game tells a non-linear story that contains dialogue choices and consequences, both of which are elements that I'm curious to see the full implementation of. Then there's the different characters to play as, each of which has their own abilities, and the level design that the team describes as being open-ended, something that I'm sure will result in many tense moments of trying not to get caught as they hide a dead body or get rid of blood trails. Though with a distinct soundtrack and a neat art style that takes inspiration from artist Jean-Michel Basquiat, and you have a game that I want to play on day one when it comes to PC and consoles later this year. It's become a running theme at this point, but I was enamored with Sable from the moment I saw its visuals. Coming from developer Raw Fury, the cel-shaded art style immediately captured my attention and drew me into the titular character's story as she completes a rite of passage called The Gliding. It's a journey that looks like it'll be equal parts peaceful, meditative, fun, and awe-inspiring. I want to know more about this game, and I'm very eager to get my hands on it when it comes to Xbox Series X and S and PC on September 23rd. Comedy is a tough thing to get right, especially in a game, because it's largely subjective. Lithic Entertainment seems to be checking all the right boxes though with Bird Problems, because it looks like it'll be a knee-slapping good time. The short trailer gives off the vibe of a sitcom with the way it's structured, the music used, and the audience laugh track that plays during the opening scene where the protagonist faints while trying to order coffee. There's very little about the game to go off of aside from what's shown in the trailer, but the whole game can be as goofy and silly as this tease and really own it, that I'm sure I'll come away with a smile on my face. Where some of the games on this list caught my attention for their visuals or gameplay, Spirit Swap got me with its music. Developer Soft Not Weak has crafted a fairly simple Match 3 game where you reassemble lost spirits, but it sets the sound of some truly chill lo-fi beats that you can just kick back and vibe to. The characters have great designs too that make me want to get to know them better and enjoy their company over the course of the game's narrative. The game's Steam page says it's coming out next year, so I'll have to painfully wait some time for this cool game to be released.
We can swap spirits in the afternoon.
3, 2, 1, 1, 0. Okay, here we go.
I'm someone who loves music, so any game that puts it at the center of the experience already has my eyes and ears. That's why my heart was swept away with the trailer for We Are OFK, a game that tells the story of 4 friends who come together to form a band and the struggles they go through along the way. The art style is stunning and does a lot to pull me in, but the story and writing that we get to see in the trailer already has me caring about the characters and how things will play out. Then you throw in the absolutely beautiful music, and I'm all in on this game from Team OFK. The game's coming to PC at some point this year, and I'm making it my mission to play this episodic series so I can experience the group's journey to stardom alongside everyone else. If I told you that a game where you fight alien cows for milk was one of my indie highlights from E3, you would probably think I'm crazy. But beyond the bizarre premise, Moonlander, developed by the Sixth Hammer, actually looks to be a lot of fun. Inspired by Metroidvanias and featuring an art style that's reminiscent of Ori and the Blind Forest, Moonlander is unabashedly silly, but seems like a game that'll have a good amount of depth to the gameplay at hand. Set to release next year for consoles and PC, this is one game that you probably shouldn't pass a blind eye to. And that's all the games. What did you think of these indies? Were any of these ones that you were already looking forward to? Let me know down in the comment section what indies you're most excited for. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, as well as turn on notifications if you haven't already. I've been Tyler, and I'll talk to you later.